All right, everybody, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm Martin Obiozer. I'm here just going to cook a couple of things for you right now. We're in the middle of our day. A lot of things didn't kind of get done yesterday, but let's show you where we are right now. So I have my other camera. So I kind of didn't get my Julia Child potatoes and cornbread dressing prep done yesterday, so we're going to do that today. This is yesterday's settings. I'm sorry, things that had to be done. Here is today's things. You can see I've X'd off a couple of things. So we're about to do the turkey. Actually, the stuffed mushrooms are going to move to 2 p.m. and the bakery is going to move because it goes incredibly quick. And it needs to be piping hot for people. So we'll just move things. See what happens when you get to, we'll move the pie to 2. There we go. Because right now it is 12:45, so we're a little behind. But what we're going to do right now is the first set of stuff is to get the rolls prepped. And so I have my portable camera here, so I'm hoping those of you can see right now. Hello, uh, Abracadabra. I appreciate you guys being here. Hi, everybody. I wonder, can you guys let me know if you can hear me okay, if I need to turn up the volume? So we're going to be moving through a lot of things right now. What we're going to do is we're going to start prepping the yeast rolls. So I've actually prepped them already. Close up and man. So as you can see, here are my yeast rolls. Let me get that sugar out of the way for a moment. And they have risen. I'm making a big batch. These are my Paradise yeast rolls, and they take a couple hours. So now we're going to do the second rise of them, and we're going to do close up only view, and we're going to start by taking them and forming them into little balls. And so I'm going to move the rolls into the sink so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. And so what I'm going to do is take a set of these, and I do it very quickly. You kind of just kind of keep pinching and just until they're in a circle, and then there. Just kind of keep doing. It's gonna be a little tedious, but use the palm of your hands. Of course, make sure your hands are clean, which I did before I started the stream. Let me see what people are saying. I need to. Those great camera angles are good, although the mics of the cameras are on, so you're a bit. Oh, there's a bit of an echo. Okay. Ah. Oh, I see it. Thank you for telling me that. I am going to turn them off. They were not supposed to be on. Yeah, one of them turned on. Thank you so much for telling me that there was an echo. I'm hoping uh, you let me know if the echo has stopped, because I thought I'd supposed to be getting only sound from my headset only. So it's supposed to be only my headset. So if you guys can just tell me if that's working correctly. I was going to have my other tablet ready, but it ran out of power, so I have to kind of go stare at my laptop on the other screen. But yeah, we're just making our little uh, rolls. So when these rise, they will double in size. So some of you asking the ingredients. It's a simple recipe that I've sort of adapted over the years. I learned this recipe when I was 14, 15, somewhere around there. My mom and dad went to New Orleans. They came back with a whole bunch of things like how to make gumbo. My dad, who was a college professor, went to a conference for the Association of Electrical Engineers, I believe. And when he did that, he took my mom and my brother and sister, but I had to stay in school. And so when they went to that trip, the wives got to, as part of the conference, got to do cooking. So mom went and took some classes at the New Orleans School of Cooking and somewhere else, and that's where she learned how to make gumbo, which I've improved on that recipe. And then they got this base bread recipe. And so I took that base bread recipe of rolls and sort of modified it. So my recipe is you take a stick, it's for one batch, it's a stick of butter, a whole stick of butter, not margarine, butter tastes better. Uh, Thank you for letting me know uh, that the sound is much better. Um, and Abracadabra, where are you? Are you watching me on Twitch or Facebook? I would love to know. Um, and I just wanted to know where people are. So yeah, as I was saying, they took a class and she came back with this recipe, and I learned how to make it. So the recipe is a stick of butter, 3/4 cup of milk, and sugar to your liking. So if it's about 3/4 to a cup of milk, I would usually add at least a half a cup of sugar, if not to 3/4. I like my rolls sweet. And I'm gonna do a little because there's a lot here. I'm gonna sort of stagger these a little bit so I can get two more in there. And if it's not enough, I'm gonna put, okay, my phone keeps sliding down on my window. Let's do that. There we go, close up only. Um, so let's see. Uh, on Twitch. Okay, awesome. And it's awesome. Let me know any questions you have. So, yeah, 3/4 cup of milk, half a cup of sugar, and I like to add cinnamon in there. A teaspoon of salt. Be very careful with the salt, not a heaping teaspoon, just that. So I'm gonna rise these in my oven. Um, it's now cooled down from the stuff I was baking, and I'll show you guys what's been done as soon as I get this part through. Um, And so, like I said, we're going to get through the rolls. Then we're going to go put the turkey, and then we'll start the boozy colored greens and the cornbread stuff dressing. Because the turkey fryer is now up and it is good to go. So I just need to season the turkey and put it in. And so you guys get to watch a little bit of that. I don't have my cameras working the right way to point to. I'll see if I can adjust it, but I have a feeling it's going to mess some stuff up if I do. But anyway, yeah. So like I said, going through the recipe, you heat the milk. It needs to be no higher than 120 degrees. So that's very warm to the touch. I know it by touch how warm. If you do it too much, you will burn and kill your yeast. So while that's warming, you melt the butter first completely before you add the milk, then add the sugar and let the sugar dissolve in the heat. Do not let it get up to higher than 120. If it gets higher, put some ice cubes in it to cool it down, or maybe add a little bit more milk. But if you add more milk, you offset the flavors. So typically take it off the burner and hope it cools down quickly. While it is warming up in another bowl, like I have a KitchenAid mixer, I will take 2 packets of yeast in there, which is about a tablespoon and a half of the regular yeast that you can buy at places like Sam's. And I will add water, warm water, no more than 120 degrees, preferably 100 degrees. You just dissolve the yeast in about 2 tablespoons of water. Just the amount is not as important. You just need to fully dissolve that, and then you add a tablespoon or a teaspoon, either one, it doesn't really matter, of sugar, and dissolve that in the yeast. That will wake the warm water wakes the yeast up, and the yeast gets hungry. And the reason why you do that's called proofing, Prooffing. Um, uh, yes, yes, Lauren, it is the rolls. And so it is, what was I thinking of? Um, I got confused. um, uh, lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, proofing the yeast. So when you proof the yeast, um, this has a beneficial thing because sometimes yeast spoils and it's not working. You do not want to go through 4 hours, because this is a 4-hour process, to realize your dough is terrible because your yeast is dead. And so you proof the yeast, add a little warm water, add a little bit of sugar, no salt, and that will wake it up. If it bubbles after 10 minutes, then active and alive, and you can continue. If it doesn't, toss the thing out, get another packet of yeast and warm it again. It's very important. You don't want to waste hours. Okay, we have another tray down. Um, Trying to get the full view here. Um, and so, put that in the next tray in the oven so it can rise. And then our last tray. Um, and so once the yeast proofs and the milk is warm, um, then you will throw the milk into the yeast proof mixture. Into that, you will add 2 or 3 eggs, depending on the texture. Eggs give it an interesting texture. And then you'll add a little bit of flour. I like to do a mix of whole wheat, and the mixture is, and it's an eyeball thing because it's usually about 6 cups of flour. So I would do 1/3 to 2/3, maybe a quarter to 3/4. So it's a quarter of whole wheat flour to regular bread flour. Bread flour is what you need. And for those of you who are wondering, what do I mean? Bread flour has gluten in it. If you have gluten allergy, I don't make gluten-free bread, but on the main, you can kind of see this is what bread flour looks like. It's usually yellow, labeled, or unbleached flour is better, all-purpose. Never use self-rising flour. Self-rising flour has salts. Salts kill the yeast. That's why you add a teaspoon of salt to control the growth of the yeast. Yeast, what it does is it's a living organism. It takes sugar and carbohydrates, aka what's in sugar, and then it will convert that, essentially the yeast farts, it converts that into gas, and that's what gets caught in the webbing of the dough, which is called gluten. Gluten is that stringy stuff, and it's not all bad, but what that does is that's what rises the bread, is because as the yeast is belching carbon dioxide, which is what it releases, it gets caught in gluten and rises. And then when you bake it, you kill the yeast, and you get 2 ingredients. You get carbon dioxide and alcohol. That is what's released when you bake. Alcohol um, is burned off. So we are now done with this set. As a matter of fact, because they're so shallow, remember I added 2 to the other one because I thought I wasn't going to have enough room? Well, now I do. So I'm going to put them down here, this third thing, so they're nice and even. And here we go. And just so y'all can see, uh, where's my moving camera? Uh, there it is. Phone view. So this is the what's happening here. Again, you want to put it in a warm oven, 150 degrees to 170 max. Otherwise, you cook the dough. Because I've been cooking um, all day today, the oven is nice and warm. And I'm going to put down the portable camera. Alrighty then. So just start putting that together. And we're going to now do the messy thing, which is get our turkey ready. So I'm going to put hot water into this bowl. I'm going to put it on the stove temporarily just so it's out of the way so that we can start working the turkey. We're going to prep the turkey for fryage. Oh yes, oh yeah, that is why I had this tray out. I knew I was going to need it. Put something, turkey on something. So again, I'm putting hot water into um, this, I have this thing that keeps popping up on my computer that is driving me absolutely batty. It's my antivirus program. It wants me to renew, and I'm canceling it and getting a new deal on Black Friday, and it does not like it. It keeps harassing me with, hey, it's about to expire. You got to every 15 minutes. It blocks the screen. All right, we're just going to put that there. Um, and then we're going to go and get our turkey ready. Just washing some things out of and getting them out of the way because we need room to make sure this works easily. All right, now We are good to go. No trash bag. I'm going to put right here on the ground. And I have this spare that's clean. We're just going to leave that there. All right, now we are going to go get our turkey, just sitting behind the camera, and our turkey parts. And remember, we brined it yesterday, so it's going to be in a 5-gallon bucket. So we're going to dump all of it out. Make sure you have a strainer inside of your sink. This is going to be heavy. That's why you want a strainer to catch all the little spices and oranges and things that you put in. All right, this is what the turkey looks like in there. So, oh, that worked actually better than I thought it would. Uh-oh, gotta adjust. These clamps are not the best clamps. There we go. Go down into the little thing. Okay, perfect. All right, so now you can see what's in my sink is turkey, and so we're going to get all the extra turkey parts that I put in because I have so many people coming in, so I have extra legs and thighs. Just gonna keep that a little bit separate here. Just out of the way. And now we're gonna grab all of this spice stuff because that goes to the trash because it's done. You don't want to you'll wash your hands at the end of this, but these are the fresh herbs. Remember I told you what we're doing here with turkey is that brining creates an osmotic reaction where the salt water attracts the fresh water that's in the turkey. And I know I had an extra leg in there. I knew it was hiding somewhere. I'm just gonna go put that on the side. And really wish I could get my phone to sit up. That does the switching. It's supposed to be main and close up. There we go. And so now we have that. So you want it to drain. Make sure you get all the water out. There's a lot of nonsense right here, so we're going to cut a little bit of this off because we don't need this. This is, I need to resharpen my knife. There we go. There's too much of that. Ugh. There you go. Now you have that. Make sure you drain it. And now we're going to season it with seasoned salt, and we're going to, because I'm frying it, we're going to use Choni Shasari spray injector. We're going to inject it. But first, let me get all this stuff out of the other sink, all the little bits and bobs, reusing the bags I get from grocery stores, temporary trash bag. And you feel free to Okay, everybody, I think it's working now. Took me a second to get the stream working again. Um, Weird stuff was going on there. And so where I was is I was attempting to switch scenes so that you guys could see what's going on with the turkey. Switch scenes so that you guys could see what's going on with the turkey. And looks like it's kind of working. Okay, at least the stream's working for now. And so now what we're going to do is put this in the fryer. So what we're going to do is, that's why I have this handy dandy little pan right here. We're going to hook this over and take this outside to put it into the fryer. See if I can follow along with my phone cam. All right, this will be interesting. Brian, can you help by using this to follow me as I take the turkey out? I'm gonna get my husband to be the cameraman, just kind of see through. So follow me, kind of keep your eye on the turkey. All right, no, other way, other way. Turn the phone the other way and look at it so you can see what's going on. Oh, my husband, he's funny. He's tired. All right, we're going out the door. And it is pouring. All right, so I have oil come out. I have oil at 375, and we're going to just put this here, come around this way. There you go. You guys can see what happens. So you have oil at 375, and then we're going to lower it to 350. This is kind of an electric turkey fryer, the best thing to fry turkey. You can't kind of go wrong with it. So we're going to slowly lower because it's going to make a lot of liquid. See that? And cover. Like that. That's how you fry turkey. We're going to fry it at 350. And it is 3.5 minutes per pound. All right, I'm going to take the phone back so I can. Oh, I don't know how to. Oh well, I'll do that. So that's kind of how you do that. I'm going to go back inside. And we're going to start doing the next set of things in there. So one of the things is I always save and I'll switch camera views to the main scene. So I always save my label that came with the turkey, and what happened, and it's because you're going to measure how much it is. So in this case, it is 24.02 pounds and 3 times 3.5 minutes, 3.5 times 24.02. And so that's 84 minutes to cook. And so I'm going to set the timer here to 84 minutes on my microwave. And that's how we know how long it's going to take to cook. And that, my friends, is that. It's kind of easy to do that. So the next thing we're going to quickly do is we're going to inject the little turkey parts. I have another kind of injector that I got. It's this really interesting turkey marinade I found at Walmart, and well, we'll see how it tastes because I've been curious about this. We're also going to use this tray, so now move the camera close up. Hoping you guys can see a little bit easier. There we go. Hopefully the stream doesn't die like it did the last time. So we're just going to go in straight up and inject, and I will probably fry these in the same oil after. I have a second device that I can, portable turkey fryer, portable thing that I can use to fry it, but these are less important because they will not take more than 25-30 minutes to come through. And so we are just injecting this other thing in here. Lightning just happened. I mean, it is storming like crazy here. I didn't think we were supposed to have thunder. I was told it was a lot of rain. Storming like crazy. There we go. And each one of these wings, we will turn akimbo when we fry it. It's hard to get that wing around, but try not to break it. But it looks much better when it is akimbo. I'm trying to get the last of the Tonys out. There we go. Just put that little bit of Tonys back in there. There we go. And this interesting marinade that apparently has seeds or something in it because it is not working with this Tony's little injector. There we go. That last one needed another shot. There we go. This injector, oh, I see it. It's like it's stuck. Must got a peppercorn or something in there. Well, it's enough. All right, turkeys are seasoned, so we'll just add a little bit of salt like we did last time, and put these on the side to be cooking. And put these on the side while the turkey is cooking. Oh, I almost forgot. I had additional pieces here. I had a set of thighs here that I'm gonna do in a second. Well, look, it's like the turkey injector just kind of went kerflooey. But that's why I have spares. When one doesn't work, always have plan B. There we go. Here's another one. Let's see if, I hope it hasn't died again. Yep, seems to be going. And again, just do the strongest part there. I have 4 of these little thigh things. Like I said, I have so many people, I need extra turkey. So one of the things that's awesome to do is to go get extra parts. Now add this to the same tray. It's getting low to draw the other turkey. There we go. All right, we are done. And yeah, this is draining, so that's where we're going to go put this back on that tray. I put it on the table back here because in about 20 minutes we will fry it. Maybe 30. All right. Perfect. All right. Now we need to do a little zhuzhy cleany clean. Get all this trash and stuff out of the way. And get to the next set of things that we're going to be doing. Woohoo! Because it's exciting. I'm just gonna get all that trash out. Throw all this turkey water away. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this stream short, but I do want to start making boozy colored greens with you guys, so we'll see if the stream starts back up. It's looking like it's going to. All right, everybody, I think I'm back. I hope you guys can see me. Um, yeah, I have the thunder and stuff change things, so not cool. But we persevere on. So we are trying to get to the next set of dishes. Uh, cornbread dressing or collards? The collards needs to swap, and just slightly running out of time, but we will get there. Um, anyway, uh, let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to start making our cornbread dressing. What's going on? I was scared of walking by you guys because he's not pretty enough, and he's like, you're always beautiful, honey. Uh, he's feeling rather self-conscious. So if you're wondering where I disappeared to, I am getting the ingredients for collard green for cornbread dressing. Cornbread dressing requires a lot of celery, onions, green onions, regular onions, green onions, and parsley, which we're going to chop.